So earlier today I made a spoiler-free review of Star Wars The Force Awakens, and I was sitting here thinking, man, I really gotta make another video talking about all the juicy spoilers for Star Wars The Force Awakens. So here I am, sitting in front of this microphone again, and we're gonna talk some Star Wars The Force Awakens spoilers. Like I said, this video contains major spoilers for The Force Awakens, so if you have not seen it, click away now. This video is literally going to be talking about all of the spoilers in The Force Awakens, so if you haven't seen it, click away now. You have been warned. Alright guys, so I wanted to preface this video by saying that this is one of my, I guess you could say, casual reviews. Like, I don't really want to get really fancy with the editing, and I don't want to go like, oh, this movie had a great 3-act story structure or anything like that. I just kind of want to chill out and just talk to you guys about some Star Wars The Force Awakens spoilers. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get right into it. Let's go ahead and dive right into this. The moment that this movie got me, the part where I was like, oh my god, I can't believe that just happened, the death of Han Solo. I mean, pretty much everyone in the movie theater was dead silent. Like, you could hear a pin drop in the theater, which the theater was packed, which is really surprising. Typically, you can hear people like ruffling their popcorn or trying to open up some Sour Patch Kids or something like that. Nothing. The theater was silent. I could not believe that it happened. When Han Solo went onto that bridge thing, or that platform, whatever you want to call it, I was honestly thinking that he wasn't gonna die. Like, I was like, it's not gonna happen. Kylo Ren's gonna back off. He's just gonna, like, use the Force to push him back. He's not gonna be able to go through with it. And then, like, all of a sudden, you look into Kylo's eyes, and then the saber goes right through him. And I was like, holy shit. I can't believe that just happened. The movie did such an excellent job with me thinking, is he gonna kill him? Is he not? What's gonna happen here? And I was on the edge of my seat. I was literally like, what's gonna happen next? What's gonna happen next? Are the rumors true? Is he actually gonna die? And then he died, and honestly, I started to tear up a little bit. Han Solo was just my favorite character from the original trilogy. He was absolutely my favorite. But let's go ahead and talk a little bit about Kylo Ren. Now, Kylo Ren is obviously Ben Solo, for those of you who've seen the movie, so that kind of threw me off. Like, I was like, what? I was not expecting. I knew that someone was going to somehow be related. I thought maybe it could somehow be Finn, or maybe Rey was somehow in the Skywalker lineage, but it was actually Kylo Ren. Now, I still think that Rey is somehow related to Luke Skywalker. I just don't know how yet, but I'll talk a little bit more about that later. But yeah, like, I was not expecting Kylo Ren to be the character that he was. In my personal opinion, looking at him on screen, I was like, this is a very menacing character. And I thought he was going to be just like that the entire time. But no, there was a lot of human elements to him. It just wasn't some guy behind the mask. There was a lot of parts where he had his mask off to make the character seem a little bit more human, to add in some more human emotions into there. And it was great. Do I like Darth Vader or Kylo Ren better? It's hard to say, because I think we're going to get so much character development from Kylo Ren in the next couple of movies here. We got 2 more movies left, and I think that one of the main focuses is going to be the character evolution of Kylo Ren, because in the original trilogy, you saw Darth Vader really evolve, and by the end of the trilogy, he was just something bigger than what he was in the original movie at the end of it. So maybe at the end of this trilogy, Kylo Ren will, evolve into something that we weren't even expecting. It's just gonna blow up into this huge thing, and I'm really excited to see that. Now, he is very menacing. Like I said, comparing him to Darth Vader really had that menacing look to him, and you were just like, holy shit, that's a bad guy. Kylo Ren had plenty of moments like that. However, whenever he would lash out in rage, and he would just, like, tear something up with his lightsaber, I didn't see it as necessarily, it added this sense of, like, what's he gonna do next. It made him unpredictable in a way. However, sometimes it just came off a little brat-like, because really he's afraid of failing and not being as good as Darth Vader. That's kind of like how a brat acts sometimes, like, I just want to be as good as my father, I don't know, just in my personal opinion, it came off a little bratty sometimes. I think it would have been a lot better how, like, with Darth Vader in the original trilogy, the way he expressed rage, he just killed a bunch of people. He killed his own men when they failed. I wish that he did that as opposed to just tearing up a control console. I think that would have been much better. I wanted to talk a little bit about the Force. The Force seems to be all over the place. In the previous movies, I thought that the Force was kind of this thing that only exclusive people can like control, and it's only that certain people have these certain powers and abilities that are kind of special to them. Rey seemed to be able to just tap into these abilities like it was nothing. I felt like Luke in the original trilogy really had to craft and hone his skills in order to use the Force. Rey seemed to be able to do it without any guidance, without any, training or teaching at all. She was just able to do these things. And maybe she's special. Maybe she's just a very powerful Jedi, and she's going to become a very powerful Jedi, more powerful than Anakin, more powerful than Luke. Maybe that's what they're trying to allude to there. So we don't know. Maybe that's what it's going to turn into, but I was confused. I was like, can she really do this? Even though she's never been taught by a master or anything like that, is she really able to do these things? And it just kind of surprised me and threw me off. However, I do love the character of Rey. I cannot wait to see her in the next couple of movies here, because seeing her in the prominent role in the main center stage is going to be great. Having her be the main protagonist is awesome. I was expecting Finn the entire time. That's what all the commercials and all the trailers seem to allude to, that he is going to be the main hero. He's going to be the Jedi, and he's going to kind of be the future for these movies. No, it's gonna be Rey, man. I was not expecting that at all. However, once we got to the end, we really knew, like, yeah, Rey is going to be taught by Luke. I wanted to see more of Luke throughout this film. I wanted to see Luke talk more. I thought that he was going to teach Rey and Finn the ways of the Force, and then that's how they were going to stop Kylo Ren. That's what I thought was going to happen. Wasn't really what happened at all. Like I said, it seemed like she can do all these things. The movie actually did a really good job of, she didn't know how she was able to do these things. She was like, okay, how did I just do that? And she was very outmatched by Kylo, because the way that Rey and Finn were able to take down Kylo Ren in the first place was because they worked together. And also, Chewie shot him from the very beginning, so he was wounded from the beginning, and then of course Finn managed to slightly wound him, and then Rey managed to finish him off. Of course, the fight could have kept going, and I think that possibly Kylo Ren would have won if the fight kept going, and like there wasn't that split that stopped them from fighting. Yeah, it's just, I was really surprised about Rey's character. I was impressed by her, because I really want to see a prominent female role. Mad Max Fury Road was one of the best movies of the year, and we had Charlize Theron, I think that's how you say her name. She was kind of the main character on that movie. She was a strong, independent woman that was, what word am I trying to use here? Self-sufficient. Self-sufficient is the word that I wanted to use. So she didn't really need all this training, because she was strong enough within herself to be able to use these abilities. And I kind of just answered my own question there with, how is she able to do all these things? But yeah, that was one thing that kind of threw me off there, guys. So yeah, I loved the character of Rey, and of course Finn was amazing as well. I talked a little bit more about him in my non-spoiler review. So yeah, guys, that wraps up this more casual spoiler talk video that I decided to do. Hope you guys enjoyed, and thanks for watching it all the way through if you've gotten this far. Thanks so much, guys. Peace.